Hello and welcome to the Nonsense of History News Week in Review. I'm your host, Reverend Pizza Body. Thank you for joining us. This week, President Trump appointed former New York City Mayor Mr. Rudy Lisp-and-Spit-on-Everyone Giuliani as part of his revolving door legal team. Trump was hoping to add some more aggression to his legal team as to clamp down on the special prosecutor, Robert Mueller. Does anyone know what the hell is really going on with this special prosecutor, Robert Mueller, and his seemingly endless investigation? Why such the long face, Mr. Mueller? This Mueller character gives me the creeps. To me, he seems like the poster boy for the blue blood and New World Order agenda. Robert Mueller looks like Robert Mueller and John Kerry had a baby, and the baby was Robert Mueller. What a bunch of strong-jawed creeps the both of them are. Giuliani has since made some comments that Trump didn't approve of earlier this week. Mr. Trump has publicly said that Mr. Giuliani is still getting caught up to speed on the facts of all of the President Trump's legal issues. This presidency is so disjointed, people coming and going, people writing tell-all books, people being investigated, the list goes on and on. Now Mr. Trump throws a lisping Italian into the mix. What's next? A Jewish son-in-law? Oh, wait. Anyways, moving on to the next story. A volcano in Hawaii has erupted on the big island of Hawaii. This eruption has prompted the evacuation in certain areas of the island. Most people go to Hawaii for relaxation and to get laid. It looks like this volcano really got laid, and now it's bukkakeing its steamy hot magma load all over the island's residents. Good for the volcano. It's about time it had a little fun action. I'm a man of God. I really shouldn't talk that way. My apologies. Since the volcano eruption happened, the island has seen earthquakes and lava in the streets. I don't really care for Hawaii that much anyway. It's rumored that they want to break away from America and be their own country. So you know what? Go and do it. Enjoy your boiled lava pineapples all alone in the middle of the ocean. See if I care. Also this week, stupid Americans everywhere celebrated Cinco de Mayo, or as Arkansas residents call it, May 5th. Americans have run out of American things to be gluttonous slobs over, so now we are branching out to the pseudo-foreign holidays and the American-invented things that go along with it. Cinco de Mayo isn't a celebration of Mexico's independence. It's a date that marks a victory over Emperor Napoleon III back on May 5th, 1862. If you believe conventional history, by the way. I know I don't. Cinco de Mayo has become somewhat of an unofficial American holiday. People drink tequila, eat nachos, wear stupid hats, and do their most racist impersonations of what they think Mexicans are like. The only Mexican things Americans should be celebrating are tacos, nachos, and cheap day laborers. In a related story, Mexicans all along the southern border of the United States were seen climbing over the walls to join Americans in celebration of this non-Mexican holiday. Oh wait, that's not exclusive to Cinco de Mayo. Mexicans jumping over the wall is just what happens every day in this country. My mistake. Moving on to entertainment news. Rapper and perpetual annoyance Kanye West made comments this week that stirred up most of the country. Mr. West claimed that slavery was somewhat of a choice because it happened over the course of 400 years and no one did much of anything to rebel against it. I understand what Mr. West was trying to say, however, he could have said it in a better way. Saying slavery is a choice is like saying going to the bathroom on the toilet bowl is a choice. Yeah, I could take a shit on the floor, and technically it is a choice, but let's face it, taking a shit on the floor and slavery are bad, stinky things. So I guess I'm a slave to the bowl. I don't know if that makes sense, and I'm slightly confused about it. But either way, he shouldn't have said that. Although he does have the freedom of speech to say whatever he wants to say, at least in this country, unlike our commie Canadians to the north who prosecute comedians for telling jokes they don't like. What a frozen tundra of barren freedoms and ice-coated tyranny that place is. In sports this week, yeah. Yeah. Yep. Sure. Okay. Yeah. The weather for the week will be warm and humid on the East Coast as East Coasters lie to themselves and pretend like their weather isn't bad, even though their asses stick to their chairs in the summer and their tongues stick to poles in the winter. Good luck with that swampy-ass disaster of a season you call summer. On the West Coast, we will see warmer temperatures with mostly dry conditions. Southern California will see some sort of restricted government interfering with personal freedoms and definitely 100% chance of hypocrite liberal celebrities who live in a state where their government is one of the most restricted governments in the country, all the while holding artistic and musical freedom as a top priority, criticize others for not being tolerant and wanting others to believe what they do. There's definitely no disconnect there. The middle of the country will see warmer temperatures and 100% chance of disrespect and disregard by the left and commie coasts. We will now leave you with a feel-good story to hopefully brighten your day. A chain of assisted living facilities has decided to give baby dolls to Alzheimer's patients in the hope of alleviating stress by reminding them of parenthood. Alleviating stress by reminding them of parenthood. I can't think of a more stressful thing to deal with than parenthood. Being woken up in the middle of the night, changing dirty diapers. I know when I want to relax and de-stress, I get a baby to interrupt me and cry at the top of their lungs. It sounds like a great idea. Some of the residents didn't do so well with the baby dolls. After only a few minutes, some residents forgot they were holding a baby doll and became scared and frightened when they looked down and saw a lifelike doll in their arms. This prompted some of the Alzheimer's patients to immediately throw the baby dolls on the ground and stomp on them in a fit of frightened rage. Some of the proponents of this program thought it was a good idea to do this because the patients and babies had multiple things in common. They both took dumps in diapers, they both had similar IQs, and they both would be looking into dumb, lifeless eyes. Talk about the brainless leading the brainless. Thanks for tuning in. I'm your browbeating host, Reverend Pizza Body. We will see you next time. So long for now. Bye. See ya.